I think I have apple stuck in my tooth. What is going on? Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria. Today, you guys, okay, so first of all, I have a ring light. Sweet baby Jesus, I have a ring light. I'm so excited. Never have I been so grateful for the gift of light. So happy. You guys, today, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. If you watched my vlog that would have went up yesterday, yes, that would have went up yesterday, if you're watching this, at the very end of it, I basically tell you guys, I got sicker than hell, as I'm sure you can tell. Like this awful, like face, head cold, I don't even know what. So I was going originally to review some products and sit down and like have this, you know, chat with you guys, and we were gonna review, we were gonna be real people, right? And then I was like, no, my voice is still jacked. Like, as you can tell, I like go in and out. I'm semi-nauseous. I still can't eat my breakfast. Like, things are just not going that well. And I thought, what better to do than maybe a get ready with me? We're going to talk about my favorite products right now. We're going to talk about some oily skin because your girl, she oily. And we're just going to hang out. We're going to chillax. You guys, it has been, okay, so wait, maybe I should back up and tell you what I plan to put on my face. That's a good idea. Can you tell it's been like, oh my God, I think my last get ready with me that was an actual just like chill get ready with me was probably back in October. Wow, that's crazy. Anyways, I should probably do these more often. You guys ask for them a lot. Look at me. I'm like listening, reading, learning life. So first off, I'm going to go in with my Peter Thomas Roth Skin to Die For. This is so good. I love, you guys, you guys know. I take about yay much. I know that's really specific measuring. Basically, you know, I don't know. And I'm just going to take that and I put it primarily over like the oily parts of my face, which happens to be my whole face. What I do just kind of, like I start in the center and I kind of pull out, kind of like a sinus massage, which right now I could really use. And I just kind of pull it out over the rest of my face, mainly because I want it concentrated in these areas. I want it to kind of fill in these pores whilst simultaneously diminishing my oil issues. Now, once that is on, okay, stop it. Ugh. Now, just sometimes as like an added little fun hippity-doo-dah, I like to take a spray. This is just my Urban Decay All-Nighter because this is what is next to me. I also have the Smashbox Primer Water. I really like that as well. But I just like to kind of do, ew. Don't open your mouth and talk while you spray, Paige. That's freaking dumb. But I just like to give myself a little coat of that. I don't know, I feel like it sets my primer, and honestly, it's just another barrier. You guys, think of this. It's like Shrek, okay? We are onions with layers. We need our layers. What the hell kind of Shrek impersonation was that? Onions, 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 onions. I don't know where I was going with that, guys, but basically we want to create layers. Just like Shrek has he layers, just like Shrek has his layers. Oh my God. Okay, so now that all of this is on, all of these two products, go me, not, now it's time for foundation. Now, you guys, this is where the conversation's gonna get good. I have been obsessed with one very specific combination lately, and all of you guys are like, Paige, what's going on? What's on your face? How do you transform it from all of this chaos and pasty and blotchies and how do you transform this into like fabulous silken looking skin? And the reality is that I couldn't tell you. It's the magic of the foundation combination. Now, the three that I have been, or the three things rather, that I have been putting together recently are like, and this is my top #1 go-to. I've tried about 400 other combinations and got similar results, but I feel like this is just it right here. I go in with the Dior Undercover. This is that 24-hour full cover that is amazing, but it's super dark, but the coverage is ridiculous. And then I add in the Dior Forever Skin. I know, right? Can I be a little more bougie? No, thank you. But I add in some of this. You guys, this Dior, I've never met, listen to me, like we personally, you know, shook hands. I have never had a foundation that literally like just erases pores like this foundation. I add this in, it's lighter, which is good for me, but mainly to just erase my pores. Like I don't know what's in here, but it's so beautiful. And then because I'm so pasty that like, look, let's face it, these will never be my color. And I love to have matte skin that's illuminated from within. The best way I can do that is with these iconic London drops. I literally, since you guys watched that video, it's been what, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I don't even know. And this bottle's like over half gone. I'm obsessed with these. I add like 3 drops every single day. They do a beautiful job at lightening my skin, like beautiful job at lightening it up to my complexion. And it's very matte, but at the same time, it's super, it's just super like luminizing, and it's not glittery, it's not weird, it's just luminescent. And I found that after I go through and I set my face with powder and I add on and I beat my face all to hell, and then I give it that final setting spray mist, that real Tresemme moment, it just, like, I look like a beautiful mattified light bulb. Like, you know what I mean? Like a soft glow is coming out of my skin. It's just wonderful. So as far as exact amounts, I can't tell you that answer. I will show you, this is my rough combination. I put it together kind of like a pizza. In the sense, and you'll see this here in a second. Oh, girl, you better be shaking these damn drops. So the ring around the outside is the undercover. The blob in the middle is the Dior Forever. And then we take and we fill it all in with a little illumination. And when I say a little, let's be honest, I use more than I should, but the way I look at it, I'm pasty, and I can get away with it. There's got to be a pro to be in this pasty somewhere around the world. So look at that, boom, done, and now we're going to mix it up. I hope you really got that shot, because that's all you're going to get, because it's running all over my hand. Boom, shakalaka laka, boom, shakalaka laka. Yes, queen, you just lighten up that complexion. And I know what you're going to be thinking. As soon as I put this on my face, you're going to be like, Paige, that's still not light enough for you. I know. Trust me, I'm well aware. However, that's not going to change, all right? I'm still going to do it. I know, that was, by the way, just like a brush. I'm not the best, you guys. Let's just put that out there. I'm very normal, very average. So now we're going to take, and this is my really expensive, just kidding, it's a L'Oreal sponge. I'm testing out a ton of new beauty blenders for you guys. Beauty sponges, I guess you're supposed to call them. And I'm testing them out just so I can tell you guys which ones I like the best, which ones I don't, you know, yada yada. So now we take this beauty blender right here, oh hell, and we let that get all up in our hair tie that we have on our wrist, so that's cool. And it's still not quite light enough, but don't even worry. That is the magic of concealer, my friend. The magic of concealer is real. Now I know what you might be thinking, Paige, darling, that's not full coverage, you can still see things. I know, but I'm also one of those people that believes that the other products I put on my face have to count for something. So now we're going to move on to concealer. Concealer. Let's put the foundations away. Today we are going to be, okay, taking the lid off of this thing. That's going to take at least 3 hours. We're going in with some Shape Tape today, you guys. It's been a minute since I've used this, actually. This is in the shade Fair, and we are just going to put it in all the usual spots. Oh my God. Shape Tape, how are you, my bestest friend in the whole wide world? Alright, so anyways, this is supposed to be a get ready with me too, so like, let's chat. What is there to talk about? I have an itch right on my nose, like, alright, there's like a fuzzle right here. Like, you know how it's like that awkward spot right in between like the crook of your nose and like actually picking your nose, and it's like right here, and you're just like, oh my God, my nose itches, but it's not like you're picking your nose just itches, you know what I'm talking about? No, just me? Okay, moving on. Alright, what is there to chat about? And by the way, you guys, I do this every time. I literally, okay, that was a little excessive, but I get this whole area. Otherwise, it's like around my mouth oxidizes. Is that weird? Like it literally, and it's probably just because I talk so much. Like there's so much air that's getting inhaled through my giant mouth that it's just like, and then it turns like a weird shade right there. I don't know. It's just my life. But now we're going to blend that out. And we're actually going to talk. So what is there to say? Let's talk about Get Ready With Me. And like, by the way, it doesn't change. My God, I'm in a nut job. It doesn't change like the color or anything too drastically. I feel like it just stops that slight oxidizing from happening, which is really what we're in this for. I also feel like you guys are like 400 feet away. All right, so what is there to talk about? Oh, so there have been a lot of questions I've seen in the comment section about you guys, Murph. A lot of you guys that are newer to my channel, hi. Let's talk, because you all are asking me, or at least a lot of you are asking, why do I call my channel Seeking Alexandria if my name is Paige? And for those of you that are like obviously much, much newer, I actually talk about that in my very first video, which trust me, I'm not saying you should go back and watch because it's cringy, that's for sure. But basically the premise behind the name of my channel was, okay, I don't even really know where to like start this story because no matter where, I've started it at different points and I always feel weird. Basically, my middle name is Alexandria, so my name is Paige Alexandria, in case you couldn't put that together. And when I was younger, I hated my first name. I'm still not like the biggest fan of the name Paige, but you know, it grows on you after 28 years. But anyways, I wasn't the biggest fan, and so I used to imagine like, oh, well, I'm only like this, meaning like I'm only this like, you know, pudgy, dumpy, weird looking, kind of crazy, off-kilter little girl, because my name is Paige. If my name had been Alexandria, and you know, if they would have named me Alexandria instead of naming me Paige, like, oh my God, stop. My life would have been so much better, like I would be a different person, you know, Alexandria would be this person, but Paige is this person. You know how when you're little you kind of give like these weird connotative things to names when names are so like arbitrary. Names don't define like who you are, but you know, when you're like 4, you don't know that. And yeah, these are thoughts I had when I was like 4 all the way through probably like, you know, 15. Not really 15, but I was pretty old by the time I dropped this. So anyways, as an adult, I was trying to come up with a name for my channel. I was trying to come up with a name that like really embodied like me and everything that I was and everything that I wanted to be, which of course reminded me of when I was younger and like this girl that I wanted to be and everything. And I just thought of like the concept of basically how I wanted to be that girl that I always thought, you know, my name was dependent upon. If I had been Alexandria, I would have been creative. I would have been, you know, forthgoing. I would have been thoughtful. I would have, not thoughtful, but, you know, I would have been all these amazing things, all these attributes that I just didn't have. And I hinged it, my eye is leaking so bad right now. I hinged it on my name so much. And so as an adult, I thought it would be kind of a cool homage, if you will, to my childhood and to that whole thought to say I'm, you know, the name of my channel is Seeking Alexandria. On this channel, I plan to seek out the girl that I wish I was when I was younger, or the girl that I didn't think I could be, or the girl that, you know, everyone else seemed to be, but I never was. I want to seek out that woman that is adventurous, or that is understanding, or that is, you know, whatever. And I guess I wanted it to be encouraging, not just for me and kind of always remind me and bring me back to who I want to be, but I wanted it to be a thoughtful reminder to anyone that watches my channel that like, you get to seek your own Alexandria. You get to seek that own version of yourself. Whatever it is that you want to do, and I'm not trying to be like that cheesy after school special where it's like, hey, you can be whatever you want to be. Because that's definitely not, like, the cheese factor for me is not that real. But it's more or less just a reminder that you don't have to settle for whatever it says that you have to settle for. Whatever your body says, or whatever your mind says, or your family, or your friend, or your husband, or your girlfriend, or your wife, whatever. It doesn't have to be like that. And so, I don't know, I think that that's like really just where it stemmed from, was this reminder that you don't have to settle for whatever it seems like you were dealt. Because no matter what you were dealt, you still get to choose which cards you play. You still get to choose, you know, if you throw some back, or if you refute something, you still get to choose all these things. And I just think that it's so important to remember that. And so, yeah, that's basically where the name for my channel came from, is just this idea of always remembering that I plan to seek the better version of myself, the best version that I can find. And I really don't think that there's an end to that. I think that there's always better that we can be on this earth. Because again, and I'm one of those people too, just as a side note, I do love the Jesus. I think that he's pretty great. I think that the Jesus is pretty great. He's been good to me my whole life, so that's great. Found him when I was probably 14 or 15. So, no, yeah, I was a freshman in high school. My neighbor, Jake, took me to church. We were just really good friends. He invited me to youth group. I went, and that was that. I never looked back, actually. Yes, I swear, yes, I do all these other things. I can be worldly. People can look at you and judge you in every way that they want to. But the reality is that I do still love the Jesus. Where was I going with that? I had a reason for saying that, and I don't remember what it was. I had a reason, like I need a reason. Gosh, what was it? I was like, oh yeah, that ties into my story perfectly. Side note, that was the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 05 Fair. Big shocker. And now that we've hit most of those points, which is basically just the concealer, now I go over it with a little more Airspun. I told you guys, I'm oily. If you're looking at me going, why are you putting that much powder on your face? Because it's just what oily... Okay, seriously? If I could hit this wall one more time with my mirror, that would just be great. Whack! Thank you. Oh, like who put this wall here? Maybe it's the Jesus that I love so much. Listen here, buddy. There's gonna be nothing but dings. There's already so many dings in this wall for me. I talk with my hands. Well, what happens when you put a friggin' mirror in my hand? Whap, whap, whap. That's what happens. Anyways, we're going with the Airspun, and I go in with the extra coverage Airspun, and now I take that all over my face all over again. And again, if you're not someone that likes this much powder, if you're not someone that's like all about it, that's totally fine. For me, the powder is mainly just because I'm so oily. And believe me when I say that by the end of the day, you would have no idea I put this much powder on my face. Because girl, I'm an oil slick. Oh man, am I oil slick. So it's not like it really matters in the long run. It's all personal preference. This is just what it takes for me to stay matte the longest. Plus, I really love this Airspun because it has extra coverage with it. So I feel like it really just helps cover up a lot of the extra things, so I don't have to cake on as much foundation, because all of these things go in and they just add that little bit extra. And then I do take some and I drag it down my neck, girl, because we got foundation. Everywhere that there is foundation, they should be setting powder, especially when you're oily. I know that when you're dry skinned, this is not something I'd recommend, because you're going to look like crap really fast. But for me, yes, queen. Guys, I'm one of those people, side note, when I have like leftover products and stuff that I paid for, which I pay for all of them, so I don't know why that's relevant at this point, but I don't like to let any of them go to waste. So I found this Beauty Bakery, this is eyebrow gel in the shade Brown Brownies. It's pretty dark. It's probably a little arguably too dark for me, but I found it, which means I bought it, which means I'm going to use it. So I'm just going to do my brows real quick like. And you know I can't talk through this portion because I have the acquired attention span of a moth, and so that's no good. Or my cat, who's psychotically jumping on my bed right now. Okay, little monkey, no more jumping on mama's bed. Well, you guys, I am so glad that I shut the camera off for that, because the brows were painful. You guys, when I tell you that these right here, what you're seeing, this is like the Taj Mahal compared to what they were when they started. I had like a coughing fit, and I had this mother effing stick in my hand, and it went, and then before I knew it, both brows were off to horrible, and then my nose, and then we just, guys, being sick is no laughing matter. My whole face right now is like anti-life. So anyways, I went ahead, I finished the brows, which, oh, let's face it, they're so intense, they could have their own countries by now. Oh my god. Like, I don't even know. Who do these brows belong to? Not me. Oh my god. Yikes. And like, this one is like so much like longer than this one. It's like, and this one's like, okay, great, awesome, whatever. We're gonna just look past it, you guys. I don't feel good. That was the whole point of this video. So now, we're gonna do some eyeshadow fun. And by fun, I mean probably realistically like a light look. I'm not really feeling anything too intense today. I'm feeling kind of like chill, like calm, like maybe a little bit of like meh kind of vibe, you know, where you're just kind of like, I want to hang out with my makeup. I don't want to like be intense with it. I just want to hang out. And I think maybe we'll start off with the Just Peachy palette. I love so many of these pink tones in here. I'm obsessed. So we're going to start with this, and we're just going to start with the Morphe Y16 brush, this big old fluffy crease brush, and we're just going to start by working some of these into the crease. I think we're going to start with, oh my god, we're going to start by itching my nose. And then we're going to go in with probably, I think, Fresh Picked. I really like that shade right there. It pulls really orange on camera, but in real life it's like this mauve-y, orangey pink kind of color. Like, I don't know, it's just really pretty. I like it. I really like this palette though. I wish their White Peach palette would have been good for anything. That palette is trash. I think I still have it, but it's not very good. You guys, this eye look is not at all what I wanted it to be, so this is going well. I'm probably just going to cover that up with a glitter. I don't like it. Yep, that's what we're going to do. Let's find a glitter. And I know what you're thinking. This is just for camera. Nope, this is really the way that my brain processes things. Nope, don't like it. Move on. Time to find a steal of glitter. Just beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. Don't know but you beat it, beat it. No, it's not. It doesn't matter who's wrong, right. Just beat it, beat it, beat it. Just beat it. Ooh, yeah. I think I'm going to go Sea Siren. That looks really pretty. That is really pretty. Okay, let's wipe this off before I wear it. Thank you. It's my Lot's Life here. And now we're just gonna dabble some on the eyeballs. Now, what else do we want to talk about in this Get Ready With Me? How often do you guys think I should do these? Do we like these Get Ready With Me's? I know I'm really weird. Like, I'm well aware, okay? Side note, when I do these, I like to go in with a really thin layer first, and then I like to kind of pat it out with my finger. And then I go in with a little bit more intensity, and I just keep building up the intensity. But this way I can still blend it out onto the rest of my eye. See how it like blended out really nicely because it's so thin? Now I can go in with a little bit more. And just kind of keep building it and then keep inching it down. Like keeping it more and more concentrated at the base of my eyelashes. At the base of my eyelashes. What did you guys do all weekend? I sat and watched Dawson's Creek. Yep, you heard that right. I watched Dawson's Creek all weekend. I recently, let's talk about shows that I have watched literally 100 times. I've seen every episode of Friends at least 4,000 times. P.S. The pivot scene will go down in history as one of the best scenes ever known to man. What else? Oh, the Gilmore Girls, Gossip Girls, oh my gosh, Dawson's Creek, what's another, like, well, Family Matters, obviously, listen to me, obviously. What else have I watched? Oh, Grey's Anatomy, duh, like, of course. Paige, why are you still building this color up? This is what it's like, you guys, inside my brain. I just keep adding and adding for no reason. Although, that looks really pretty. And what I like is that it's like, it's buildable and it's still sheer enough, like on the outside, that you can still see a little bit of the original color that I put down. That's really pretty, actually. Yeah, I mean, nothing says casual Monday look quite like a lunar galaxy on my eye. A lunar galaxy. Paige, get your life together. Wow, that's really gorgeous. I think I might deepen up the outer V just a little bit because I don't like it when it's like washed like that. So I think I'm going to jump right into this palette for just like a real quick second. Add a little bit of that Peach Tart shade and just kind of blend it. I don't want to go like super intense or anything. I just want to fade it a little bit. Yet again, when you got hooded eyes, you can't be lackadaisical about the outer V. You really got to make sure that it stays popping. Kind of like that. And now I'm going to go in one last time with the shade Peach Cobbler. Do I want to go Peach Cobbler? No, I think we're actually going to go just Peachy, which is this really light shade. And we're going to just lightly wash that over the upper crease just to give it one final blend. Because you know what your girl feels like about this whole unblended creasy situation. You can't have an unblended crease. Alright, that's pretty much good enough. I don't care anymore, you guys. I'm having hot flashes and stuff. I'm sweating. I'm getting tired. I don't care. Let's just take this crap off my face. Let's get the bake off, you guys. Let's bake off. Alright, bake off. Who's making the brownies? And I know what you're wondering. Paige, what are you going to do for that lower lash line? Well, it's really, really specific. I'm going to take this shade Peach Sangria, and then I'm going to smoke it out with this shade, and I'm just going to blend the two on my lower lash line until they look like they belong there. Really specific with a really fat, like, wrong brush, because who's got time to grab the right brush? Not this girl. No way, no how. So now we're going to go in with the super specific task of bronzing up my face. I'm going to go in with the shade Carrot right here. I mix it a little bit with these lighter shades, but truth be told, this color still is a little too orange for me. I'm using it anyways because I have the palette, and I'm bound and determined to make this palette useful to me because it's so good. I've talked about it 100 times. And we're just going to take this Morphe white one brush here. We're going to do a little bit of this in here, really specific, tap it off, and then we're going to do a little bit of this. We start at the back, we bring it forward, and that's when we just kind of get lost in the whole moment, and we hope that we don't turn into an actual pile of garbage, because it tends to make me look dirty, but that's fine. Whatever, it's not a big deal. It's just dirt. Don't you play me, Sniffles. I know what's going on in there. You're trying to sneeze, and you are not about ready to sneeze on all my makeup. Which, let's be real, I don't know how this looks turning out so well, so far, but hey, I don't mind. It's looking alright. It's not my favorite, it's not my worst. I gotta be honest, for not feeling good, this is the best I thought I'd do. I haven't put makeup on in several days. Whew, I'm like out of wind. I'm out of air from talking so much. Oh my god, you guys, I'm like, I have no air left in my lungs. Then I'm going to take these whiter shades over here, and I just like to dab them right here and kind of, you know, lessen whatever I just did to my cheeks. Mainly because, you guys, right now I can't see what I'm doing. Like, I can't see my mirror from this far away because I'm like half blind and I can't see the viewfinder. So I just kind of do what I think I need to do to make my face look correct. I know what you're thinking. Why do we watch her? Honestly, I can't answer that for you. What I can say is that I have wit for days, so that's probably why you watch me. Now I need to bust out. That sounded so full of myself. Like, I am so funny? No, you're not funny. You're just a walking disaster. Which right now happens to be sitting. Here's a blush palette. This looks great. You guys, I still hate the design of this, like, more than you could know, but yet again, I like the blushes, so that's cool. Let's go in. One of you asked me, and I don't know if I ever said it, this is the Wayne Goss number 12. This is my new favorite blush brush, and we're going to go in with the shade Mindful, which is right here, and we're just going to apply a little bit, kind of like so, you know, really specific again. I've noticed that when I'm sick, I give less than one shit about my face. Is that bad? Like, I, honest to God, this morning I woke up and I was like, so what are the rules on being sick and needing makeup? If anything, when you don't feel good, you probably need it more. And I was like, you know, and then I finally did it anyways. And I was like, I should film this because I'm not quite my usual self today. So that's how we leave the blush. And now, because we know we added too much and we know it looks a little crazy, we take this big fluffy thing right here. This is the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Jumbo Powder Brush, and we do one of these, and we just kind of squish it around a little bit. And because we didn't contour, we don't have to worry so much about it. This, you know, again, we don't care quite so much. And then if you feel like things are getting a little out of control, which in my life they drastically are with every passing moment, you can go back in with this brush, no additional powder because there's probably still some on it, and do a little of this if you're like, what the hell did I just do? And that'll kind of help. And then you can bring it up under here, you know, just kind of whiten up that whole area and really it a little bit, reconstitute, re-amplify, re-Jeezify. I don't care. I don't really care, guys. I'm having such a weird day. Okay, now this is where it's gonna get fun. Okay, I need either more or less cold medication, and I can't decide which at the very moment. This is like my new step that I love doing. Wait, I need to have the fan brush at the ready. This is how I do my highlight currently. We will be going in with the Amrezy highlight. Why? Because I'm obsessed with it. I can't not use it. I've used it constantly since I got it. It's amazing, fabulous, and every adjective or noun or verb or human being in between. I like to take and set my face with my all-night setting spray. Yes, oh, it feels so good. You guys, there's nothing better than setting your face. Like, I don't care what anybody says. I'm obsessed. It's my absolute favorite in the whole world. And while it's still slightly damp, we're going to take our big old fan brush here and our Amrezy highlight, and we're going to go in because I love the look. Like, wait for it. When it's still damp, you guys, my highlight goes on. It looks absolutely stunning, and I kind of pat it on at first because it's still wet and I don't want to pull any of the product that's on my face off, and I just really, really gently make sure that I place it on that upper cheekbone because my cheeks are naturally very high and very lifted. And then I kind of take with no additional product and I blend it down the cheek just a tiny, tiny bit. And then I do the other side because, girl, you know what? God gave us two cheeks so that we get to have twice the highlight. Because, yes, queen is it beautiful. I love it so much. I know from like right here it looks crazy. It's just my world. Oh my God, I almost forgot my brow bone. Whew, gotta do my brow bone. You guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna add my mascara and my liner, all that good stuff. This has been really long, so hold on a second. Alrighty guys, I am all finished up, and I know what you might be thinking. Boy, Paige, your makeup looks kind of like hell. Why, yes, it does. You guys, I'm not gonna lie. When I think of like what I look like when I'm sick, this is 100% what I think my makeup's gonna look like. Like, you know how when you do your makeup sick and you're like, oh, it might look off a little bit? This is off, and I feel like every way. I tried, you guys, oh my God, I attempted to do a wing today. You won't see one, because it could not have went worse. I used, this is why you take the products you hate off your vanity and you throw them away into a galaxy that's so far away you'll never find them again. Because if you don't, you end up using them, and then they end up creating atrocious situations on your eyes. Like, I can't even get into it. Long story short, I tried something on my eyes. It looked so bad. So then I tried to fix it. It took me literal, and I'm not exaggerating, 40 minutes just now to try and fix they were going I mean, you guys, and for a sick person, like, I'm gonna feel like I'm dying. That was just, it was too much. Like, that pencil, that stupid liner felt tip thing, it could not have come at a worse moment in my life. However, I do love the arrangement of the Stila glitter over the shadows. I think that's beautiful. So that's what I will be focusing on. As far as what is on the lips, I went in with the Kylie Velvet Liquid Lipstick. This is in the shade Boy Bye, and I put a gloss over top of that. This is not my favorite velvet from her. It feels very matte. So when I put the gloss over top of it, instead of it staying like nice and a little bit more refreshing, it was almost like dried down and weird feeling. I don't know. That's the only velvet that I've tried that's doing that, so I don't know. But anyways, all of that to be said, you guys, this video is all done. So be sure to leave down in the comments, do you guys love like these kind of get ready with me where I'm like weird? I'm a little out there today. Just thought I'd throw that setting spray across the room. No big deal. But I'm a little bit out there today, mainly because obviously I don't feel good, which I thought it would just be funny to film one of these videos for you guys, because I mean, like, why wouldn't I want to film a get ready with me when I'm like, and I'm all kinds of stuffy headed and I sound like this. So I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. Do you want more get ready with me's? Do you like these kind of things? If so, topics and all that down in the description box, burf. Leave it down in the comments. What kind of things you guys would like me to talk about, expound on, experiences. I don't care what it is. Just leave me what you guys actually want to know about me or want me to talk about, even if it's just topics. I don't know. I mean, like, let's try to stay away from like super controversial stuff, because that never goes anywhere good. But you know, whatever you guys want to like know or whatever, leave it down in the comments. I'm super open to that. I love talking to you guys and telling you what I think. And yeah, I just hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I don't know what that was, but you guys, I will talk to you all in my next one. Bye. I'm so sick and you can tell it on my face. What is with this hand thing? Why do I feel like I'm a cherub? Like, when really it should be like, I don't know. You guys just, let's just like all have a good day, all right?